Michael Jordan has not played a single basketball game in over 22 years. And he just made more money this morning than most people will earn in their entire lives. That is not an exaggeration. That is math. As of 2025, Jordan is worth approximately $3.5 billion. He earns over $100 million per year doing absolutely nothing on a basketball court. His entire NBA career paid him $90 million. He now makes more than that every single year. But here's what nobody is talking about. The way Jordan spends this money will genuinely shock you. A private jet repainted to match a pair of sneakers. A yacht with something on its deck you will not believe. A daily habit that has cost him nearly $1 million. And a $50 million mansion that became his most embarrassing investment. In this video, we are going inside how Michael Jordan lives as the world's first billionaire athlete. Let's start with the number that explains everything. Michael Jordan's total NBA salary across 15 seasons was approximately $90 million. Now here is what he earns today. Jordan collects a 5% royalty on every dollar generated by Nike's Jordan brand, a division producing over $5 billion in annual revenue. That 5% translates to roughly $250 million per year, flowing directly to Jordan. Every single year, he earns more in retirement than he earned in his entire playing career combined. The championships, the injuries, the grueling seasons, all of that produced $90 million over 15 years. His shoe deal produces $250 million every 12 months. And here's the twist that makes this even more remarkable. Jordan has absolutely no operational role in the Jordan brand. He does not design shoes. He does not approve campaigns. He does not attend meetings. His only contribution is his name, his image, and the cultural weight of being Michael Jordan. Jordan initially wanted to sign with Adidas. His mother, Dolores, convinced him to hear Nike's pitch. Nike offered something no company had ever given a rookie: his own signature line. That decision became the single most profitable contract in sports history. But $250 million a year from shoes is just one income stream. Because Jordan's greatest financial play was not a sneaker deal. It was buying a struggling NBA team for $175 million and selling it for something almost unbelievable. In 2010, Jordan made a move that the business world did not understand. He purchased a majority stake in the Charlotte Bobcats, a struggling NBA franchise with one of the worst records in the league, for approximately $175 million. Critics raised their eyebrows. The team was losing games and losing money, but Jordan did what he always did. He ignored the doubters, made the bet, and waited. The team was renamed the Charlotte Hornets. Jordan became the first former NBA player to own a majority stake in a franchise. Then in June 2023, he sold the majority ownership for approximately $3 billion, a 1,566% return on investment. The buyer group included hedge fund founder Gabe Plotkin, private equity executive Rick Schnall, plus minority investors like rapper J. Cole and country star Eric Church. The sale pushed Jordan's net worth from approximately $2 billion to $3.5 billion. The man who never lost on the court had just pulled off one of the greatest financial victories in sports history. But here is the irony. The Hornets were never particularly successful on the court during Jordan's tenure. No championships, no deep playoff runs. But Jordan's investment was never about wins and losses. It was about the skyrocketing value of NBA franchises, media rights deals, streaming partnerships, global expansion. He did not need to win games to win financially. He just needed to own the franchise when the market exploded. His timing was perfect. Jordan retained a minority stake even after selling, still benefiting from any future increase in value. A $175 million investment turned into a $3 billion exit. But Jordan's billions are not sitting in a bank. They are being spent on a lifestyle so extravagant, it redefines billionaire living. And it starts with the most famous athlete's home ever built. A $50 million estate with a story as dramatic as the man who created it. In 1991, at the peak of his dominance, Jordan began building his dream home from scratch. 7 acres of forested land in Highland Park, Illinois. 32,683 square feet. 9 bedrooms, 15 full bathrooms, approximately $50 million to build. This was not just a house. This was Jordan's vision of what home should look like for the greatest basketball player alive. A full NBA regulation basketball court with the Jumpman logo at center court. A 15-car garage, 3 separate kitchens, a cigar room with custom poker tables, wine cellar, movie theater, 2 saltwater aquariums, and a massive front gate with the number 23. He did not buy someone else's mansion. He built his own world. But here's where the story takes a painful turn. In 2012, Jordan listed the estate for $29 million. Already a massive loss. It did not sell. He dropped the price to $14,855,000. Digits adding up to 23. His jersey number, still no buyer. The estate sat on the market for 12 straight years. It finally sold in December 2024 for just $9.5 million. An 81% loss on the original construction cost, proving that ultra-customized celebrity mansions rarely recoup their investment. No matter how famous the owner, the new owner immediately listed it on Airbnb Luxe for approximately $100,000 to $121,000 per week. Guests can now shoot hoops on Jordan's court and smoke cigars in his lounge. The greatest player's most personal space turned into a public rental experience. But while that mansion sat unsold in Illinois, Jordan had already built something even more spectacular in Florida. While the Highland Park estate sat unsold, Jordan had already built his real home somewhere else. In 2011, he purchased a vacant lot in Jupiter, Florida for $4.8 million. Then invested another $7.6 million building his custom dream home from the ground up. The result, a 26,000 square foot mansion on 3 acres within the Bears Club. An ultra-exclusive Jack Nicklaus designed golf community, 11 bedrooms, gated community with 24-hour security, and neighbors that include Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, the most exclusive sports neighborhood on the planet. If Highland Park was Jordan's monument to basketball glory, Jupiter is his monument to what comes after. This home is built for comfort, for golf, for the daily pleasures of a billionaire who has earned the right to enjoy every single one of them. The Highland Park estate was built to impress. 56,000 square feet of trophy rooms and basketball courts. The Jupiter Mansion is built to live in. Warm weather, golf courses, fellow competitors. Jordan did not downgrade. He evolved. And Florida's absence of state income tax provides significant advantages for a man earning over $100 million annually. But Jordan's golf obsession goes far beyond living near a course. He built his own private golf club, and what he put inside it makes even billionaire country clubs look modest. Most people dream about joining a nice golf club. Jordan built his own, the Grove 23, a 120-acre, members-only private golf club in Hobe Sound, Florida. The name is Roman numerals for 23, because even in retirement, that number follows him everywhere. The course was designed by Tom Fazio, one of the finest private courses in Florida. Membership by invitation only, but the details inside this club are what make it truly ridiculous. Drone delivery brings drinks directly to golfers anywhere on the course. GPS guided, delivered in minutes. Because when Jordan wants a drink on the 7th fairway, he does not wait for a cart. On-site personal cigar rollers craft custom cigars for members during their rounds. And then there is the gambling. Jordan is legendary for wagering $100,000 or more on casual Nassau bets. The Grove gives him the perfect environment for it. Private, no cameras, no press, no outsiders. For Jordan, this club is not about golf. It is about competition. And competition for Jordan always involves something on the line. The Grove 23 is the purest expression of who Jordan is after basketball. He did not join someone else's club. He built his own, on his own terms, on his own turf. But when Jordan wants to leave the golf course and travel the world, he does it in a way that makes first-class passengers look like commuters. In not one but 2 private jets worth a combined $130 million. Michael Jordan does not fly commercial. He owns not 1, but 2 Gulfstream private jets. A Gulfstream G550 valued at approximately $60 to $68 million. And a newer Gulfstream G650ER valued at $65 to $70 million. Combined aviation fleet, over $130 million. But here's the detail that makes this truly Jordan. In 2017, he had the G550 completely repainted, from its original University of North Carolina powder blue to a striking elephant print pattern, white, black. and gray, matching the iconic design on his Air Jordan 3 sneakers. Custom Jumpman logos on the tail, a $65 million billboard in the sky, traveling at 600 miles per hour, telling the world exactly who is inside without a single word spoken. The G650ER is Gulfstream's largest, fastest, and longest-range business jet, capable of flying 7,500 nautical miles non-stop at approximately 710 miles per hour, Los Angeles to Dubai, New York to Tokyo, without refueling. Both jets feature lie-flat beds, private bedrooms, dining areas, and full entertainment systems. Most billionaires own one jet. Jordan maintains two, at an estimated annual operating cost of $5 to $10 million per aircraft. He spends more keeping his planes in the sky than most people earn in several lifetimes. The elephant print was inspired by the Air Jordan 3, designed by Tinker Hatfield in 1988, the shoe that saved the Jordan brand from cancellation. Jordan loved that design so much he painted a $65 million jet in its pattern. But when Jordan wants to relax on water instead of in the air, he steps aboard something even more extravagant. A mega yacht with a name that captures his personality, and a feature on deck that proves he never truly left the court. Jordan owns a luxury mega yacht named Mr. Terrible. The name comes from his golf buddies, a nickname for his ruthlessly competitive nature and relentless trash-talking during rounds. Jordan probably took it as a compliment. The vessel costs between $47 million and $80 million, including customization, approximately 154 to 230 feet long, 8 spacious cabins accommodating 12 or more guests. But the feature everyone talks about is on the deck, a full basketball court. A man who retired over 2 decades ago put a basketball court on his yacht. Because even floating in the middle of the Atlantic, surrounded by nothing but water and sky, Michael Jordan wants to play basketball. The game is not what he does, it is who he is. Mr. Terrible also features a fully stocked bar, indoor and outdoor dining with chandeliers, a commercial-grade gym, a massive jacuzzi, and underwater cameras allowing guests to view marine life beneath the hull. Jordan also owns a second vessel, an 80-foot Viking fishing yacht named Catch 23. His jersey number, again. While Mr. Terrible represents the competitive Jordan, Catch 23 reveals a softer side. Entire days on the water, deep sea fishing, smoking cigars, enjoying the kind of quiet that was impossible during his playing career. Even a man who dominated the world's biggest stages eventually finds joy in the simplest things: a rod, a reel, and the open ocean. But there is one more collection that reveals Jordan's personality like nothing else. A garage full of supercars so rare it reads like a museum of automotive excess. Jordan's car collection is conservatively valued at $8.3 million. But estimates including rumored vehicles push the total potentially past $200 million. The collection is anchored by multiple Ferraris, a $350,000 Ferrari 488 Pista Spider, a $310,000 Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, a 2001 Ferrari 550 Maranello that inspired the design of the Air Jordan 14 sneaker, and a 1992 Ferrari 512 TR delivered brand new during peak NBA dominance. Every car tells a chapter of his life. The 512 TR matches the era he was dominating basketball. The Mercedes-Benz W140S600 Lawrencer was the car he drove after his father's murder in 1993. Each vehicle is not just a machine, it is a memory. The collection also includes a rumored Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir worth $2 to $3 million, a Hennessy Venom F5 Roadster, a one-of-one Pininfarina Battista Targa that Jordan personally helped design, a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 Edition, and a 1989 Porsche 930 Slant Nose whose design directly inspired the Air Jordan 6 sneaker. But the most personal car is his very first, a 1984 Chevrolet Corvette purchased with his rookie contract money. It sits in the same garage as million-dollar hypercars, but that Corvette represents something none of the others can. The moment a kid from Wilmington realized basketball could buy him more than a dream. From that first Corvette, the collection and the empire grew into something no one could have predicted. The 1989 Porsche slant nose that inspired the Air Jordan 6 is one of the rarest Porsche variants ever produced. Designer Tinker Hatfield was directly inspired by its aggressive nose profile. Jordan owning the actual car that inspired his shoe is a full circle moment connecting his two greatest collections, cars and sneakers. But beyond the tangible toys, Jordan has built a business empire stretching from tequila to NASCAR to sports betting. And every business carries the same competitive DNA that made him unstoppable on the court. Jordan's business portfolio extends far beyond Nike and the Hornets. In 2020, he co-founded 23XI Racing, a NASCAR team created with racing legend Denny Hamlin. The name combines Jordan's 23 and Hamlin's car number 11 written in Roman numerals. He holds part ownership of the Miami Marlins MLB team. He co-founded Cincoro Tequila alongside fellow sports and business figures. It sold 1.5 million bottles in the United States in 2022 alone. He operates multiple steakhouse restaurants bearing his name, owns car dealerships, and serves as investor and special advisor to DraftKings, capitalizing on the legalized sports betting boom. What separates Jordan's business empire from typical celebrity brand deals is the same thing that separated his basketball career: intensity. Jordan does not lend his name passively. He competes in business the same way he competed on the court. The NASCAR team is not a vanity project. It fields multiple cars in the Cup Series and has grown into one of the sport's most competitive newer teams. The tequila brand is not a label deal. 1.5 million bottles in 1 year. His steakhouses are not celebrity gimmicks. They are critically reviewed establishments with professional chefs. Jordan does not play at business. He dominates it. His DraftKings position puts him at the intersection of sports and gambling, a rapidly growing industry expected to generate tens of billions in annual revenue. Michael Jordan loves cigars, not casually, obsessively. In a 2017 interview with Cigar Aficionado, Jordan admitted he smokes approximately 6 cigars per day since retiring in 2003. His preferred smoke, the Partagas Lusitania, between $14 and $24 per cigar. At 6 per day, that is $84 to $144 daily, $30,660 to $52,560 per year. Over 23 years of retirement, Jordan has spent between $550,000 and $940,000 on cigars alone, nearly $1 million, gone up in smoke. There is something perfectly Jordan about this. Most people would consider $50,000 a year on cigars absurd. Jordan considers it a rounding error. The habit began in 1993 as a pre-game ritual, a way to calm his nerves before games. After retirement, it escalated to 6 per day. The cigar is not just a smoke. It is the thing he does on his yacht while fishing, at his golf club between holes, in his custom cigar room with leather poker tables and a humidor. It is the quiet companion of a man who has earned the right to sit back and watch the world from the deck of a mega yacht named after an insult. But here's what makes this habit truly ridiculous. At $52,000 per year, his cigar spending represents approximately 0.02% of his annual Nike royalty alone. Jordan would have to smoke non-stop for nearly 5,000 years to spend what Nike pays him in a single year. The habit that sounds outrageous to ordinary people is, in Jordan's financial universe, the equivalent of buying a pack of gum. And at the Grove 23, on-site personal cigar rollers craft custom cigars during his rounds. Drone-delivered drinks, freshly rolled cigars, on a course he designed, in a club he owns, named after his jersey number. If there is a more perfectly Jordan experience on earth, no one has found it yet. 6 cigars a day, nearly $1 million in smoke, a habit costing less than what he earns in a single hour. And as we bring this story to a close, one truth becomes undeniable. Michael Jordan did not just retire from basketball. He built a second empire that makes his playing career look like the warm-up act for the greatest show of wealth the sports world has ever seen. $250 million a year from Nike, a $3 billion team sale, 2 jets, a yacht with a basketball court, a golf club with drones. On the court, there was a final buzzer. Off the court, there is none. The empire has no final buzzer. The kid who got cut became something bigger than basketball itself. From a high school gym where he was told he was not good enough to a $3.5 billion empire that grows while he sleeps. The court gave him fame. The The boardroom gave him forever. Jordan's greatest achievement was never on the court. It was what he built after. If this video showed you a side of Jordan you have never seen, hit like and subscribe. Now tell me in the comments, what detail blew your mind the most? The $250 million from Nike, the basketball court on the yacht, the elephant print jet, or the $1 million cigar habit? Comment below, because the GOAT of basketball built the GOAT of lifestyles.